Hi guys, Kirsty here and welcome to my channel. Now over the last few recent weeks, I've been hosting a Zoom session for my switched on business members, and it's given us all a chance to start the Monday off and the week off in a really good way, maybe get a bit of stuff planned so we know what we're working on, and actually have a little bit of accountability towards actually getting some of that stuff ticked off. But it got me thinking about accountability, how important it is, and how hard it can be working from home. And I thought, as I'm someone that's been a creative business owner working from home, I thought I'd share a few tips that I've kind of gained. So if you're excited for this video, go and give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe and that bell, and then you'll be notified every single time I put a new video posted. And I'd love to hear what your kind of takeaway is on this video. So go and give me some comments below. So the dictionary definition says accountability is the state of being accountable, liable and answerable. But how does that work for a business environment? Well, if your boss was to ask you to write a report for the end of the week, you're going to do it, because ultimately, if you don't do what you're being asked by your boss, then you're not going to get paid. But how does that work if you're the boss and actually you don't have any employees? Well, you're the one doing everything, trying to fit everything into the small amount of hours that you have committed to your business. And actually it can be really hard to maintain that work-life balance. And even if you're somebody working from home with a boss, actually you're still kind of got some of those commitments around you, be drawing you to maybe not focus on what you should be doing. For those of you that don't know me, I started the Little Craft Mouse back in 2013 as a little creative business that I was running from home to fit around my family, and it kind of allowed me to actually work from home and still be there for my kids when they started school. And although the business has evolved over the years, I am grateful now for the flexibility that actually working from home offers me, to be able to go and see school plays and actually be there for my kids even though they're growing up. I realised in 2020 an awful lot of people were struggling with the working from home, homeschooling, and the balance of work and life with everyone being at home, that actually not everyone was getting stuff done, and certainly struggling making a plan and sticking to it. So I started Bright Idea Productivity in an attempt to help people figure out a plan that would work around their lifestyles, and even actually give some help and support to some creative business owners that kind of feel very alone in their businesses. Morning routine is really important. You've got to kind of get up and actually want to do stuff. It's not a good idea to be working in your PJs. Now I'm lucky, I'm in that respect, that I kind of get up and get the kids off on the school run and get them out of the house, and that helps me to get up. But if you're not in the scenario that allows you that, it's still worth the effort to actually a good routine where maybe you journal, read, maybe have that cuppa to get you kind of started in the morning, whatever works for you. But actually make the effort to get up, get started, get going. The next thing you need to really consider is actually planning your month, your week and even your day. Because if you know what you should be working on, then you can figure it out even the night before, so that when you get up, you know exactly the next day what you're going to start working on. Another important thing is having a really distraction-free kind of work zone. It's good to have a place like your desk to sit and work at, and even also not having notifications going off, not having Facebook pinging, and not taking that opportunity to look at social media too much, because if you get lost down that rabbit hole, you are going to lose hours. That can be really kind of in your day, and you're not going to achieve very much. Turn off all of those unimportant notifications. And actually having a desk to sit and work out that is your workspace is important, because if you sit and when you're working on maybe the sofa, you might be tempted to put telly on, and that's going to be a distraction from what you should be sitting and focusing on. Timing yourself, or even just time blocking. If you've got a particular project that you're working on, then you actually need to sit and focus on that for, say, an hour. You could even time yourself in that with half an hour stints. Maybe you'll work for 25 minutes, give yourself a 5-minute break, and that in essence is the Pomodoro method. And I'll pop a link to that video, and it explains that in a little bit more detail. But in essence, a 25-minute with a 5-minute break is a pomodoro, e.g. tomato in Italian, and you end up timing your day in tomatoes. You could do 4 lots of tomatoes, which works out about 2 hours, and then you give yourself, say, a good 15-20-minute break, and then you can split the rest of your day up in 2 tomato sessions, and you can take lunch and actually realise you've given yourself some good half an hour stints throughout your day, full focus work, get a lot done. And finally is being accountable. You can be accountable to yourself, maybe just by writing in your notebook. The fact that you've written something down means that you're committing to doing it. But sometimes not everyone finds that easy, so it's having a buddy or someone else to be accountable to, and that's something that I've kind of been offering my Switched On members. And even in myself, having them there actually gives me some accountability because they're my customers, and being accountable to your customers is just as much as being accountable if you were to your boss, because your customers are going to pay you for what you are committing to doing. So I hope you found this video useful. If you're looking for a little bit more accountability and support, then I'll pop a link to Switched On, the How to Get Stuff Done, in the description bar below. Otherwise, go and give this video a thumbs up, hit subscribe and that bell, and then you'll be up to date when my next video comes out. And I will see you then. Bye for now.